what you're about to see today, it's a vital information, very, very vital. And these are informations that people have joked with, and till today, they are not just suffering alone, but their generations to come will still suffer. Why? Because of informations like this. So it might look like one of those things, right? Just it's not just this ordinary thing, but everything that looks ordinary truly is extraordinary. All right. There are two things that are very, very important in our business. If you're taking note, take note of this. Two things are very important. If I ask some of you, right, mentorship and positioning, I'm very, very sure some persons will say is mentorship and positioning type one, type one, type one, type one, type one. All right, just type one. Really, are the two most important thing in this business is mentorship and positioning. Type one, type one. Let's be fast, let's be fast, let's be fast. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I need our feedbacks. See mentorship and positioning. All right, mentorship and positioning. Now, if we're to look at it carefully, you are correct. But for tonight's training, permit me say that you are not correct. Okay? And then I'll share why. The two most important things in our business are relationships and results. All right? Relationships and results. Today's training will focus on relationship. Today's training is going to focus on relationship. We're going to ignore results. We're not going to discuss one on the left, one on the right. We're not going to discuss connector bonus, matching bonus, system structures. No. Today, we're discussing relationships. All right? And it is very, very important to pay attention because we have come to realize that in this business, 80% of individuals, the reason they are still here, all right, I stand to be corrected with the percentage, but a high percentage of individuals in this business, what has kept them thus far is not the results. It is the relationships that they have built over time. If you're following me, just type 2 in the comment section. It's not the money. They understand that money comes and money goes. But it is the relationship that they have built over time that is keeping them. And if you've experienced life, you understand that, see, when it comes to results, it's a season. There's a season is there, there's a season is not there. But if you understand relationship, it can be there for you, with you, for life. All right? So that's why I'll focus on relationship. I'll bring it from different dimensions. I beg of you, just open your hearts to it. All right? At the end of the day, I'll bring it home. But please, if there's any distraction that will come into you today, that distraction is from the pit of hell. That's the devil. Pay very, very close attention. If you would like to be screenshotting the slide, that's still fine. But it should be that at the end of this training, there is something that you can apply, and then you have room to go back to this very information, ladies and gentlemen. Our focus is build lasting relationships, right? Lasting leaders through relationships, okay? Lasting leaders through relationships. That is the purpose of today's training. I have been postponing this training for months, but here we are now. All right, here we are now. Building lasting leaders through relationships. So if you're ready, just go to comment and type, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready. All right. Mind you, the topic did not say building lasting leaders through results. It says building lasting leaders through relationships. All right, through relationships. So we're going to get straight into it. I beg of you, no distraction is permitted at this set time. All right, at this set time. So let's make progress. What are relationships? Relationships are advantageous connections that are beneficial to two or more parties. So if we are in a group and we're not benefited, then we're not in a relationship. All right. I wanted to take my time to actually, bring out the root word. Okay. Take off the sheep, look at relation, take off relation, look at relate. And then we dive deep into it, but time did not permit me. So I just, put it together and say, here we are. Relationships are advantageous connections that are beneficial to two or more parties. So there have to be room for people to benefit. Relationships can never work when it is one-sided. Is somebody getting me? If you're getting me, just type 1. I need a feedback. Except maybe you can't hear me. All right. I need a feedback. If you can hear me, just type 1. If you can hear me, just type 1. Thank you very much, Monica. So let me stress on this a little bit. Relationships are bridges to an exceptional life. If you see anybody living a life of joy, a life of peace, a life of pain, a life of regret, right? It is more or less as a result of relationships. Are we together? So it is relationship that have gotten this person to that level. Wherever you are right about now is as a result of relationships that you have activated, you have access as regards to your journey through life, whether you accept it or not, ladies and gentlemen. These are bridges that can take you to an exceptional life. At the end, maybe a good life or a bad life. It all boils down to relationships. Now, relationships are also currencies that can buy what money cannot buy, and also buy what money can buy. I'll go over it again. Relationships are currencies that can buy what money cannot buy, and then they can also buy what money can buy. Let me bring this home to a Nigerian setting. Have you seen situations where somebody comes to look for a job or goes for an opportunity, and then the question they ask is, who sent you? Have we heard of stories like that? All right. Who sent you, or what's your name? Or there's a way you link it up to a relationship and everything begins to flow to the drum of your own beat. Is somebody getting me? So even though relationship is not money per se, it has the potential to purchase things that money cannot purchase. We've seen situations where people are praying to God, oh Lord, I want breakthrough in my finance. Every single thing, pray. All that person needs is just one relationship, and then there's another avalanche of wealth. You're praying to God, oh Lord, I need a scholarship, this and that. It's just what you need is the right relationship. You just need the right relationship. Every single thing you desire, it comes to you. There are certain things that I hope we all know now. Money can buy everything. Are we together? Money cannot buy everything. Money cannot buy everything. But there's one thing that can buy everything, and that is relationship. And that is relationship. I hope nobody is lost, because you have to follow me on this journey. If you miss this beginning phase, then once we get to the deep parts, it's going to be difficult for you to flow. All right. So if you're still here and we're good to go, just type G2G in the comment section. Type G2G in the comment section. Type G2G in the comment section. Just type G2G. I need our feedback to be very, very fast so that we can work with time. Excellent. Excellent. Now, advancement is impossible in our business and life generally when you neglect relationship. You go nowhere. That is the word. You go nowhere as long as you have made it your point of order to ignore relationship. You're like, my kind of person, please, I'm not interested in people. I just like you. My life is, it's just only me. I don't trouble people. They don't trouble me. My life is just judgy. I don't even need people in my life. I'm okay the way I am. You can never succeed in this business. And in life generally, you will keep on struggling. Are we together? Are we together? Let me give you a cheat code now. If you intend to advance in this business, you are not permitted to neglect relationships. You should be the person that is a verified or a certified relationship expert. All right, if I'm to use that word. But your go-to should be relationships. You should have if they are calling your titles, you should be an expert in relationships. if you want to do well in this business. I know you say, Mr. Manuel, I wasn't born that way. Listen to me. Intentionally start building yourself for that. And I'm not saying it because of this business. I said in life generally, we've seen people struggle in this life on earth largely because they neglected relationships. I'm going somewhere, so pay close attention. What then is the key ingredient in every relationship? Who would like to guess? Just type in the comment section. What is the key ingredient in every relationship? Just type in the comment section if you happen to know. Just type. Let's be fast. Type. Come on. Mrs. Success says trust. Mr. PM says communication. Amazing. Communication. There has to be communication, right? Wow. Value. My goodness. Please type everybody. Mr. Monday says it's love. It has to be love. It has to. If it's not love, it will not work. All right, communication and trust. Somebody will come in and say communication plus trust plus love. We'll put it together. Communication. Final answer. Do you want to phone a friend? Final answer. Final answer. Love. That is the key ingredient. All right. The key ingredient. Without this, no relationship will work. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be shocked with the answer. The correct answer is, you're actually correct, but this is the right answer. Listen, every single thing you listed, it will not make sense if there is no man in the picture. Is somebody getting me? Every single thing you listed, communication. So who are you communicating to? It has to be a man. Who are you loving up? It has to be a man. All right. By man, I mean both, man and woman. I mean both parties. All right. Is somebody getting me? You are actually correct, but these things cannot find expression without a man being in the picture. So if we're discussing relationships and then we don't have man as a key ingredient, then there's no point. Is somebody getting me? Is somebody getting me? That's why I say if you don't follow me from the beginning, it's going to be difficult. You'll be more confused than ever. Are we together? 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 It shocked you, Abby? You didn't see it coming. I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. So let me give you a clear quote backing. Now, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 7. All right, so I'm going to read it out. Wherefore, I'm a Christian, and the Bible is always a reference point for me. There are several references I can bring out from the Bible, but let's hold on to just this. Wherefore, he saith, when he had ascended up unto high, he led captivity captive, and he gave gifts unto men. So if you look at Ephesians chapter 4, right, the entire chapter 4, if you search, trying to look at what exactly is being referenced as gift unto men, the normal mindset will be thinking about the graces per se, right? But what God meant when he was referring to gifts unto men is actually men unto men. Is somebody getting me? So you see, the whole entirety of it is men giving men unto men. So men are the greatest gifts. So I can stand tall to say the gift God has given to me is every single one of you. You see, if you don't understand this thing, as little as it is, you will struggle in life, in business, in marriage, in school. You will struggle. You cannot do without struggle. Struggle is like your surname, your first name, your middle name. Because the one through gifts that has been handed over to you, you will keep mismanaging it, doing it anyhow. You come into this business, you find it difficult. Why? Because even the gifts that the business has to offer you, you cannot see it. It's right in front of you, but you cannot see it. Is somebody getting me? Is somebody getting me? Is somebody getting me? Somebody getting me? Now, because of time, I'll have to move very, very fast, okay? If I use the normal pace to handle this training, I'm sure you will still be here till 11 o'clock, all right? And my gifts will be upset. So I don't want all my gifts to be upset. Men are gifts, that's the word. So how come we know that men are gifts, but yet we we have never taken out time to study men. So I'm now bringing in a new course called Men 101. All right, Men 101. You're welcome. This is a free class. Once I'm done, I'll issue the certificate to everybody. So we're about to study men. So who is excited? Who is excited? We want to study men. All right. It's just a little. I'll just touch on here, and then we're out. So Men 101. How come we studied what's it called? We studied law itself. We studied medicine, right? We studied architecture. We studied finance. We studied politics. But the one thing that is driving all of this thing, which is man, nobody took out time to say, I want to study men. So can I have access to a degree program that studies just men? Let's do Men 101, Men 102, Men 103, Men 104. Let me understand this thing called man. We ignored it. But listen, this is where we need to pay close attention. Everything on earth finds its true value because of men. Every single thing on earth, it finds its true value because of men. If we are to take out man from the picture, every single thing on earth will be irrelevant. Every single thing. Now, look at wealth creation. The essence of wealth creation at the end of the day is still because of man. The poverty we're facing is created still by men itself. Is somebody getting me? Land is expensive. There are certain places you go, if they tell you the cost for land, you'll be shocked. Why is it so expensive? It is because of man. Why are some pieces of land or some plots of land cheap? It's still because of man. So everything finds value, finds a true expression because of men. Businesses are thriving because of men. All right. Somebody saying I can't hear you. Is that true? Am I loud and clear enough? Am I loud and clear enough? We need to move very fast. We're still at the introduction of this training. I'm loud, right? Okay, good. So businesses thrive because of men. The school system functions globally because of men. Everything rises and falls on men. Even the recession we are facing globally, ladies and gentlemen, it is as a result of men. So I'm saying, how so is it that men is this important, yet we have ignored men? We have ignored men to the core. Ladies and gentlemen, still part of Men 101, right? There are benefits a man adds to your life. Maybe it's because we don't know his benefits. That's why we actually joke with the gifts called men. Maybe. So let me explain to you some of the benefits that a man adds to your life. All right? Please understand when I say man, I mean, both parties, not just a man. Okay? Because I'm very sure 80% of our fans here are women. So I mean, generally, the value you bring to the table, the value that the men also bring to the table, 50-50. So men serve as vehicles God can use to transfer wisdom and strategies. I'm going to use Dubai as an example. All right, I'm going to use Dubai as an example. Listen, God created everybody. As far as man is concerned, God created every single person. Okay, and this gift He has given to us already. Okay, yeah, no, you won't be able to see me. All right, but I'm so sure you can see my screen. I'm very, very sure you can see my screen. You have to log. If you have any challenge with your Zoom, it's not from my side. I've confirmed it. It is now from your side. So log out and log back in. All right. I want to use Dubai to highlight the first point. Out of an arid land, pure desert, a man stood there and was able to envision an empire. And he pressed for it till it became reality. And guess what? It is being refined every single day. What's handling this refinement is still men. So imagine that Dubai lacked certain group of men. Dubai will not be what it is today. Men also serve as conveyor of endorsements and opportunities. You know, there are times that, let me even bring it up with brands. We all know in Nigeria, we don't joke with endorsement deals. Also in Africa, where you see an artist being endorsed by Coca-Cola, by MTN, like by Globalcom, you know, some political parties also being endorsed by this person, that person. Those are huge endorsements. And men are the conveyors of these endorsements. So the quick question is, who is endorsing you? Who can vouch for you? Let me bring it home at that level. That if it's this person, don't worry. If it's this person, no, don't worry. Because these are the benefits that a man stands to give you access to. So question is, who is endorsing you and who are you endorsing? All right, be taking note of those questions, personal questions. You can look into it, you know, later. All right. Men serve as access to financial and material resources. Some people today, they will never beg in their life. It's not as if financially, when we come to their mindset, they are well to do. No, it's simply because of of the presence of a man in their life that is saying, as long as I live, you will never struggle financially. Forget about your finance, I'll have it handled. Have we seen situations like that? That a man stands guard to say, for this person, financially, don't worry, I have it sorted out. How much is the bills in a month? 2 million, don't worry. I'll put you on my budget, on my payroll. There are some people today, there are some families today that are living on somebody else's payroll. That is what a man can do in your life. That there are certain things that some people will be, you know, when some people stand to speak to you, you'll be wondering, are we in the same world? It's simply because another person is enjoying the gift of a man, the other person does not have a man in his or her life. And then finally, men serve as access to transferring graces. I'll bring this home using the African settings. There are specific families that, till generations to come, as long as you are coming through that family, right? As long as you're being bettered in that specific family, there's just this grace covering you. This part is deep, but I won't stress it. I won't stress it. But this is what I'll just say. There's a specific grace covering you. Maybe it's a grace to be able to discern season. Maybe it's a grace to interpret something. Maybe it's a grace for you to just have advancement. Whatever you're doing, you move with speed. It is like that with your grandfather, your father, your great grandfather. You know, that is what a man can do for you. And guess what? It is even far greater than just blood per se. So we're not looking at family. There are times that you get to associate with these people, and whatever they are benefiting, it is transferred to you. It's just looking at the story of Abraham and Lot, right? Clear-cut example. Is somebody getting me? Are we following? I hope nobody is lost. True, right? Beautiful. Good. If you're confused, don't worry. Just you know, it will settle in. Some of the things I'm saying, I bet you will get to understand it 1 week from today, 1 month from today, some of you 1 year from today. Okay, the most important thing is whether it takes you 10 years to understand this, you shall still understand it. Okay? But it should be that you get something today. That you get something today. You see, when you are ready for your next level, God sends a man. He doesn't say it's in the Old Testament you appear. He sends a man. And since you are not intentional about the gift of men itself, you keep missing it. You're waiting, oh, Father Lord, destiny helper, locate me. Father. You've been praying for the past 25 years now. Father. And once you're done praying, the next day he sends a man. And you dismiss the man. Why? Because he or she doesn't look like it. What they are saying is not adding up. I was telling somebody, I said, the reason you've been missing this business for the past 5 years, and every single year, somebody gets to show you this business, is because the business is being handed to you by a man. And guess what? Pride will not allow you to accept the business through that man. So you keep dismissing it. And guess what? You dismiss it till infinity, because I'm not even here to convince you or even confuse you. I'm just here to give you understanding that it is not God that will come and point the opportunity to you. he will use a man. Is somebody getting me? Somebody getting me? Because what we don't understand is all blessings, the way it works is this. Listen, all blessings come from God, right? It is God that blesses. But what he does is he sends it through a man to a man. So you're saying, Father Lord, this year, I want to emerge. He says, no problem. All right, consider it done. So what he does is he sends a man to you. And since you're not interested in the man, you will not emerge this year. So everything has been sorted out in the spiritual. But since we're in the world of men, right? You have to have this connection with the man. If you ignore it, you will struggle. This is why some people they can never get it right. You see, when we say you can never make it, this is the reason. Some people just think God has to appear in his might and power and say, John, get up, do it. No, now. There's a reason men are here to handle that very activity. And the day you understand this, everything begins to change for you. Now, all hope is not lost for a man who has a man. If you're taking note of that. All hope is not lost for a man who has a man. Let me share with you a short story. All right. I would have loved to read it out just word by word. Okay. I would have so loved to do that. But let me just summarize it. Now, in this very story, Jesus walks up to a leper. All right. And the deal is this, that for you to be healed, you just have to go and dip yourself into a pool. But you have to be discerning enough. You have to understand time and season, because there's a time a spirit comes, all right? An angel comes, it lands just falls into the water itself, and it troubles the water. So once it troubles the water, that's an indication for you to go into the pool, and then you'll be healed of whatever infirmity. These guys stayed close to the pool for well over 35 to 38 years with his situation. Even though he knew the solution out, he was unable to solve his problem. And when Jesus appeared, Jesus said, what's the problem? Since that guy was even smart enough, his saving grace was that he was able to discern that, see, my problem is just that I don't have a man in my life. When it is time for me to do the needful, for me to be healed, I try my best. But people advanced ahead of me. Some of them have people to assist them. Some of them, they can handle it on their own. And then they step on me. They are like a hindrance towards me doing the needful. But all I lack is a man. And immediately, Jesus acknowledged the fact that already you are smart enough to discern that your challenge is just a man. Rise up and walk. That's your case closed. You are healed. For the fact that you are able to understand that your challenge is just a man. Just a man. So could it be that your entire struggle in life, right from birth down to where you are today, is just lack of a man in your life? Could it be that you join the business, things are not moving as planned? It's just lack of a man in your life. Could it be that the family is going through what they are going through? It's just you having a deficit of men in your life. Because truly, truly, all hope is not lost for a man who has a man. You can take a screenshot of this. All right. There are so many references in the Bible. So many references in the Bible to look at this. I'm sorry, but if you don't know the Bible that much, just give me room to enlighten you a little bit. How else could we even express this? That Jesus himself, right? Jesus himself comes down, and once he's on earth, his assignment is to start seeking men. He did not say, I'm the Son of God, don't worry, I'll handle everything on my own. He says, no, in the world of men, I also need men. So he focused on building men, intentionally building men. Intentionally building men. Let's make progress. Now, you will never, ever emerge, whether in this business, whether outside this business, if you lack the gift of men. Because this is you here, and even though your goal is you want to emerge, I hope we're seeing what is in the middle. What are you seeing in the middle? Just type in the comment section. What are you seeing in the middle? What's in the middle? What's in the middle? Remember, I told you we're not discussing results here. We're not discussing connector bonus, 7-figure earner, 6-figure earner, all those things. Leave those things aside. Those things are the end results. This is what will create those results for you. If you miss this class, it's going to be very difficult. It is men, right? It is this. See, they are the bridge. They are the bridge. You want to emerge, right? But you see, this emerging, you have to intentionally plant men, build men, maintain men. It is this men that will take you to the level. We had a meeting with Ambassador, and we laughed about the fact that people feel just by their power alone, you alone, you can become a millionaire in this business. Just only you carry yourself. You want to become, it doesn't work that way. For any millionaire you see in this business, there are so many men attached to that person's emergence. Even Superman no do rich. It will not work. In this business, Samsung, there has to be, every successful person is standing on the shoulders of men. This is very, very deep. And the earlier you accept it, the better, ladies and gentlemen, the better for you. So how to emerge through men? Pay close attention, all right? Pay close attention. I'm sure you will not see this training anywhere, okay? You will not see this training anywhere. How to emerge through men? Number one is be a good listener, all right? Be a good listener, because whether you like it or not, understanding that you have to be open towards men in our business now. Let me bring it home a little bit. In our business, you have to be a good listener. People call you up, you truly have to listen. You listen to understand, you listen to draw facts, you listen so that you can easily relate. You don't say, I beg, this person is wasting my time. No. Then you don't understand what is on the table for you. Listen. Ambassador Michael Okoli, he's just one. We just have only one Ambassador Michael Okoli. Look at the results that this man has created over the past 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. So imagine you have somebody like that, and he's saying, please, can you just hear me out, this and that? And then you say, oh, this guy, you're talking too much. Oh, is this how they are doing this thing? You've missed it already. Is someone understand me? So you have to be a good listener. All right. Every single one of these points is heavy. I would have loved to, digest it to the latter, but I'll just have to move fast. You need to have integrity. Integrity. And that encompasses you being confidential. Okay? Back then in Catholic Church, there's what we call absolute secrecy, right? Absolute secrecy. We have it in the Legion, we have it in the Blood Flows Rosary, we have it, in the Other Boys, Other Girls Association. Those that are Catholic, you understand what I'm saying? It means whatever is discussed within, it can never be disclosed outside, even to the point of death. Is somebody getting me? So if somebody trusts you with certain information, ladies and gentlemen, today do your part. The only time you voice out is with the person's permission. Am I communicating? So that you get it right once and for all. So you don't end up building a business that people are coming and they are leaving because you do not have integrity. You are not confidential, all right? Then be reliable. Ensure that you are like we just look at you, and then the team itself, your team can trust you. If it's him, once he says his yes is yes, his no is no. He doesn't promise and fail. And you have to be honest. You have to be. See, honesty is a key virtue. People have joked with it. But I'm saying for you to build and build effectively well, to a point where you emerge through men, you have to be very, very honest. Integrity is something that is very, very deep. Some people, they tell you, it's one of those things. No. Listen to me. Integrity can unlock doors that even people that have millions and billions that door will never be opened. Never. We've seen situations where somebody will say, as long as you give the job to this person, consider it done. As long as you give that tax to this person, consider it done. Why? Because that person has integrity. The person has proven himself or herself over time. And then we have you communicating continually, right? This is where you were typing communication, communication, communication. So you communicate continually. While you're trying to build this person, you're always there for the person. You're always there for the person. You're getting to know the person. This is the part where I always emphasize that get to know their story. There is no way you speak to somebody on a daily basis from Monday to Monday and they will not break, if you know what I mean. No matter how powerful the wall that they have built for themselves is, that wall will break. At some point in time, they'll just get to voice out. Consciously or unconsciously, you get the full gist and you know who you are dealing with. Is somebody getting it? So communication is very, very key. All right. I understand that you can't communicate with everybody. That's why we have the 80-20 rule. But then find your men, all right, and then you work with them. That's the training for another day. Okay, those of you that you are in Lagos, we've started that training already. Have a servant heart. Have a servant heart. I think here we call it have a heart of gold, right? Have a servant heart. Understand that you are just a vessel God has decided to use to help these individuals. At no point should you allow pride step in. At no point should the spirit whisper to you and then you begin to speak. Do you know who I am? Is it because of this business you're talking to me like this? All right? Do you know where I'm coming from? No. You see, once that starts, there is a challenge. And you see, that challenge can affect the upper leadership and the lower leadership. So you have to be discerning enough to ensure that at every point in time, you break yourself. That's the word, brokenness, right? You break yourself and you are humble, but then you're not foolish. Okay? So you don't feel, in Africa, there's way we look at humility and then we turn it into stupidity, that kind of thing. So you're humble, but you still have yourself in check. If you're following me, just type one. If you're following me, just type one, type one. So have a servant heart. Be willing to serve others because service to humanity leads to greatness. Bon King will say, Momo de pay. Momo de pay, it doesn't mean you are a Momo. It means you know what you are doing, but because you are intentionally driving towards somewhere, whatever it takes, you're willing to break, bend yourself, humble yourself to achieve it. Now, deal with crisis positively, all right, in a positive way. If there's a challenge, you call up this person and then you analyze it together. You look at the negative part, you look at the positive part, you bring it close, you let the person know that, okay, it happened this way because of this and that. You bring out instances where it would have been avoided and where you missed it or where the person missed it. You solve it amicably. At the end of the day, everybody will learn from that situation. So crises are opportunities for you to build yourself. But most of the time, crisis becomes an avenue to destroy every single thing we built over the years. Listen to me. The best of relationships, right? If you are to ask questions carefully, it was bettered through crisis. The best of marriages, those that are married, please confirm, all right, were bettered through a crisis. So how come somebody comes into this business and little crisis, small crisis like this, they disappear. They've disappeared. All right. So you have to deal with crisis a positive way. At the end of the day, both parties have to be very, very happy that that incident happened. If not, they will not be where they are today. So let's make progress. Express appreciation and give rewards. Okay? Express appreciation. Somebody does a good job. You did well. I'm super proud of you. All right? Never try your best. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, it can be very difficult, but try your best to never miss an opportunity to appreciate people, to reward people, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, but there should be room for you to reward people and show appreciation. Is somebody getting me? Now, that is one thing that should not be neglected. Now, you also have to believe in them before they succeed. You want to emerge true men, you have to believe in these men. Do you know why? Because these very men, ladies and gentlemen, without you see, these very men, right? Looking at them, they don't look like it. They're like they're like diamonds in their raw forms. It is not appreciated, it is not valued until it has been refined. But it takes somebody that is very intelligent, that understands that refinement process, that will appreciate the diamond, even at its original form. I hope somebody is following me. Just type one and for together, type one and for together. So you have to believe in them, even though some of them do not believe in themselves. Even though the picture you've painted, it's still not adding up. It looks as if you're just saying it, but you have to believe in them before they succeed. It is very, very important. Some people, what they do is they now wait for these people to succeed before they start believing in them. It doesn't work. That's an error. That's where most people have missed it. You have absented yourself from people's journey towards breakthrough. Once they attain breakthrough, you now appear and say, "That's my guy." That's no, the person is not your guy. And whatever the person does to you, take it like that. Because we have this mentality that we can easily chip in people's life, ignore the key part of their life where they needed only to appear at the end and say we're together. You were never together with that person. You were never together with that person. So you have to ensure that to emerge through men, you have to be present. You have to be present to follow them through that journey. In our very own businesses, we've had situations where, since the leader was never visible to believe in them before they succeeded, the person succeeds, the leader appears and says, "That's my mentee." There's always a discord. It's difficult to have that bond once this person have emerged. I hope I'm communicating, because you did not father that son. Okay? Because you did not father that son. That's a training for another day. We'll leave it at that. Now give them assignments, all right? Give them a chance to prove themselves worthy. There are some of you, after giving your assignment, I'll tell you good luck. You will laugh, I will laugh, right? But I know what I'm doing. And then some people get to fill the assignment woefully, and I'm like, I really thought you would, you of all people, right? So give them an assignment for them to prove themselves worthy. Never miss out an opportunity to give people assignments. As we say it in the early inception of our business, babies crave for attention. All right. So the way you balance that up is by giving assignments. So how do you maintain relationships? This part is very, very key. This part is very, very so. We've talked about how to build it up. How do you maintain it, and how do you sustain it? How is it so that you see some people and the relationships they've built over time, even in death, the relationship stands there to protect their families and generations unborn. There is something they know that we're about to find out. So if you're ready, just type "I'm ready." If you're ready, type "I'm ready." If you're ready, type "I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready." Let's be fast, let's be fast, let's be fast. All right. How to maintain relationships. So you have people in your business already, right? How do you maintain the relationship with them so that the things that need to be done, they are done effectively well, and we don't have any glitch? Because if you fail to maintain relationship, you will struggle and struggle and struggle. You will never emerge, right? And now it's not a curse. It's not from your father's house. It's simply you neglecting the fact that you had an opportunity to maintain these relationships and even make it better. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm beginning this by first emphasizing that you must rise above competitive jealousy. Yes, you heard me right. You must rise above competitive jealousy. I don't care who you are. As long as you are human, there's an innate part of you, right, that has room for this word called jealousy. And you have to pray to God. You have to pray to God. You see, committing your business to God is very deep. We keep saying that some people laugh about it. There's no point. There's no point, Abby. There's every point, because you're saying, Lord, please purge my heart of that fire that is burning within for me not to see the other person grow. Because whether you like it or not, this thing will come. Every single person that have emerged in this business at some point in time, right? There's a part of them that they have to pour out and say, no. For me to press forward, you see this competitive jealousy, it will choke me and bring me down. So the question is, do you feel bad when others progress and then you are stagnant? Do you find it offensive that people are making progress, but it looks as if you're not moving? Is working for this person, is not working for me. How do you feel in that atmosphere? You have to check yourself. You have to check yourself. Are you driven by titles and awards that if we don't call you so name, right? Now I'm speaking to both leaders and their partners, so just allow me to be general about it. If we don't call you so name, chief this, ambassador this, right? You will not show forth. You will feel bad. They must accord you that titles. They must give you all the award and all of that. You cannot step into even an environment where you are not given the position of leadership. You just want to be the person leading. If you're not the one leading, then there's something wrong somewhere. I don't know if you've seen individuals like that. If you've seen individuals like that, type 1. If they're not the one in charge in any gathering, like you will not see them there. Except they are being given the mantle to lead. They will never surface in that place. Those people will continue to struggle and struggle. Understand that within every man is a seed of jealousy, all right? But the best way to cast it out is to honor. Ambassador will keep saying it, all right? So honor is the best way to solve this challenge. So people are progressing. It is paining you, ladies and gentlemen. See, honor, there's always say, I celebrate grace, right? But now we've used that word. We have used that word as a joke. I celebrate grace, I celebrate grace. No. There has to be a part of you that understands what it means to truly celebrate grace, and to get that done is through honor. Oh, this person, what the person is doing is offending you. They are making results is offending you. They are speaking is offending you. Their presence is offending you. At every point in time, you sow honor as a seed to cancel it, to dismiss it. You keep celebrating the person. You keep being grateful to God for this person, because you understand that what goes around comes around. And as we always say, if your neighbor is having his or her own miracle time, it's not just time. It's going to happen to you, because the miracle is just close to your neighbor. Am I communicating? Is somebody getting me? And then more importantly, you need to have a knowledge that you are a unique expression of God's glory. All men have different graces given to them. And when you understand that, you understand something that is key. And that is, I am good enough. Everybody go to comment section and type, I am good enough. 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 So that you don't come into the business and then somebody launches her business and they tell you she only launched her business once, and today she has never connected anybody. From that very launch, that has taken her to a level of 7-figure. And then you join the business, you have launched 49 times, only one part payment. You need to have an understanding. Every single day you wake up, I am good enough. Things are not going as planned, I am good enough. My time will come. I am good enough. My time will come. I am good enough. My time will come. This is how you can maintain relationship. If not, you will start getting upset that your teammates are making more money than you. Am I making sense? Now, for those of you that you know the earlier story, right? They were like 3 months in a row. If I made money in those months, right, it's 50,000, nothing more, nothing less. If I made money in those 3 consecutive months, it's 50,000 naira. But there was somebody making good money in the team, and I was the one driving it. So imagine that I did not understand all of this, even though this training helped me put it into perspective. I would have been so upset that how can I be in a business and somebody that I connected is now making more money than me? This business is not adding up. Now, so the thing of the day, I'm letting you know now, a season will come that those that you are working with, they'll be doing excellently well than you. But please, you need to understand one thing. If we are to celebrate these people, the glory will still come to you. This is where we have missed it. That the glory of the Father, right? Or the glory of the Father, yeah, is found in the glory of the Son. Is somebody getting me? I beg you in the name of God. If not, you will end up being the one fighting your downlines, and then at the end of the day, you are the only one in the business. And when you're the only one in the business, you go nowhere. You go nowhere. Understand that I'm not talking about results today, is a relationship. If you can get this right, listen. If you get this thing right, you don't need to recruit everybody. We keep saying this in our business. You don't need to recruit the entire world for you to be successful in this business. You need to recruit few people and get them to understand what I'm explaining to you. That's all. That is all. Okay, so let's make progress. Let's make progress because of time. So how do you maintain key relationship, right? Avoid evil speaking and backbiting. Avoid evil speaking and backbiting. Dr. Miles Monroe said something deep. She said, losers talk about people, all right? Mediocres talk about things. Great people talk about ideas. So my question to you is today, just today, what exactly did you talk about? Yes, I'm talking to you. What exactly was your focus? That the 80% of your time, what was it spent on? Or 100%, was it focused on the fact that ambassador took time and sell me to me? Mr. Emmanuel, you started again, training. Now wow. They're saying we should launch business. Go that baby. Is somebody getting me? So are you focused on talking about people, things, or ideas? I know nobody will type. It is fine. It is a personal question. It is a personal question that you have to answer. Excuse me. Are you focused on just talking about your teammates, how this person is that person is that, and you're not doing anything, no idea in place to see how you can advance yourself, how you can advance your team, how you can advance the team when it comes to the big picture? So my charge to you is this: avoid people who have nothing to discuss except gossips. If what I just said, you understand it, type 1. Avoid people who have nothing to discuss except gossip. Because first they will start to talk about this person, that person, this person, that person, this person, that person. If they are done talking about everybody, they begin to talk about themselves. Can you imagine? Look at what me I'm doing. Haba, you gossip everybody, you finish, you start gossiping your own self again. Is it a cause? Ladies and gentlemen, see, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. If all you talk about is evil, then I dare say that you are evil. If all you talk about is good, then I dare say that you are good. And the question is, what then do you speak about? What then do you speak as regards to your team, as regards to your business? Are you saying, this business, I'm just managing. One day, I'll even quit. The way the thing is going, me, I'll just leave it for these people. I don't understand. Okay, that's all I'll say. Okay, all right. I'm not shocked when I hear certain people use certain languages, and then the leader comes back to say that person has left the business. I don't pick up my phone to call them because they already confirmed it a long time ago. So it will be a waste of time for me to come and then try to dismiss what they have created for themselves already. Is somebody getting me? I hope somebody is getting me. Please just follow me, all right? I know we've exceeded our time, but I beg of you, it's important to get this training. All right, it's very, very important. So how do you maintain relationships? Practice forgiveness and tolerance, right? Practice forgiveness and tolerance. As long as we are human, somebody will step on your toes. Come on now. but not new to this. Somebody will step on your toes as long as you are human. So you don't come and cry over it and say, why did you step on my toes? This and that. No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. You look at the situation, you analyze it, and then you press forward. There are certain things that to a primary one student, right? It's a huge challenge. And then that child gets to GS1, he laughs about what happened in primary one. That child gets to 100 level in university. There are certain things we are doing now, and we are like, so I actually acted that way. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I, for one, right? There were times that when I was young, I was very fat, right? Now, I know I'm fat. And people are calling me Biggie, 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 Biggie. I'm now feeling bad that they're calling me Biggie. But it's obvious, guy, you are fat. We're calling you Biggie. But I felt very, very bad. Very, very bad. For some people, we settled it. Fist versus fist. I'm telling you. Looking at it now, all I can do is just laugh. All I can do is just laugh. So that was you. All right. So practice forgiveness and tolerance. Forgiveness means, if you're taking notes, providing pardon over a default. You understand that this person is this way, right? And the person did this to you, you forgive the person. All right, you forgive the person. I know we're going to say, I will forgive, but I will never forget. I know forgetting the incident is difficult, right? We pray to God for that part, but then try your best to always forgive. It doesn't mean you're a fool. No. Forgiveness is not easy. I understand. But just understand that when you forgive, you do not just heal the person, rather you heal yourself. There are some of you have been holding on to grudges. I'm not even talking about this business. You have been holding it. It is now choking you. You see, the challenge there is that the day you decide to open up, right, it's going to be like an atomic bomb. Is somebody getting me? The day you decide to, it's going to be an atomic bomb. It will just explode everywhere. Wow. So forgiveness is more of you giving yourself a chance to heal. A chance to heal. It is very, very important. Because you understand that we are humans and we default. All right? We're not perfect. We're not perfect. Okay? Yes, we can lead to high blood pressure, high blood pressure, heart attack, restlessness, insomnia. I can go on and on and on. As regards to even the psychological disorders, unforgiveness can lead to. So I beg of you in the name of God, please find it in your heart to easily forgive people. Forget. Easily, please. In this business, you will be stepped upon by people above you and people below you. I beg you. Forgive, let it slide, move on. Forgive, let it slide, move on. All right? Is somebody getting me? There were certain things the disciples did to Jesus. Jesus just, let's move on. There's something greater than us that we're pursuing. Please forget all these things. You understand? Let's press forward. Let's press forward. And then learn to say, I am sorry. It doesn't mean, what it simply means, right? I'm sorry doesn't mean you're weak. Please understand. It doesn't mean you're weak. It simply means that I am better today than I was yesterday. That's one definition you can hold on to. I am sorry simply means I'm better today than I was yesterday. And if you are the one saying I am sorry, it should be a sincere apology. Don't just say I am sorry. I'm sorry. See, there's a difference from I am sorry, right, to I'm sorry, to sorry. These are three different things. These are three different things. Just where there's a difference from thank you and thanks. Is somebody getting me? Please, if you are take notes. What I'm sharing to you today is beyond the business. You can apply this anywhere in life. I am sorry is different from I'm sorry, it's different from sorry. If you want to maintain relationships, you need to understand the difference between these three things. And then we move to tolerance. Tolerance means accommodating the internal weakness of people because it will happen again and again and again and again. Whatever they did to you, they'll do it again. And they'll do it again. And they'll do it again. So take, for example, you're married to somebody and the person snores in the night, right? So the person snores and then you let the person know that this thing you did, it frustrated me in the night. The person is going to say, I'm so sorry. I did not know. I was so stressed out. Please, please, please forgive me. And like, okay. The person will even tell you, I will not do it again. I will not do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, this very night, you go to bed, the next thing you hear, oh, it starts all over again. And you're like, Jesus Christ. And it happens again and again and again and again. Let me help you, please. Don't make it a big deal. If you make it a big deal, you end up frustrating the relationship. You just have to tolerate that person. Is somebody getting me? There are certain things that you're supposed to tolerate. You've made it a big deal. Now it is causing you harm with certain relationships. Are we together? You tolerate it. If you are married, it's always if you're married, it's always forever. Those things you tolerate it. You don't go about and start discussing it with other people. All right. You don't go about and start comparing the person. See, that's where you spoil everything. Everything. Take for example, let me bring you home. You know that this specific teammate, right? When the person comes to Zoom, there's the way the person acts, and you don't like it. You've corrected this person, and now it has become a lifestyle to the person. You just tolerate it. You don't make it a big deal and start comparing. Can't you see this person? Is this person not your mate? The person is even doing well than you. Maybe it's because of this thing that you're doing that is limiting you. Yeah. See, you've lost that person already. As humans, we hate to be compared. See, you can compare us when we are kids. We love that competition, beautiful competition. Look at Uche. Are you not the same mate with Uche? Come on, now you can do it. As kids, we don't make it a big deal. As adults, we make it a big deal when you begin to compare Mrs. Abioye to Mrs. Success. Didn't you people join the business the same month and she's doing more than you? Now, wow, is it not the same system? Okay, well, God will help you. Maybe it's because of your behaving this way. It messes up every single thing. Are we learning? Are we learning? Beautiful. All right. Now let's look at another thing that is key. Please, I hope everybody's taking notes because there will be no point for this if we're not taking notes. And I'll also give room for contributions once we are done. So be an active contributor to the growth of the relationship. You have people in your team. How are you contributing to their own growth? Okay, and I'm not talking about giving them money. No. All right. Ensure that the relationship is not one-sided. It has to be give and take. Some of you, your entire life, the relationships you've been having over time, it's all about you eating. It's not your concern what happens to the other person. How is that my business? Person is on his own. It's all about you. You are so self-centered. You're selfish. All right? But you cannot maintain any relationship being selfish. You have to be selfless because that is how we grow in this business. So you have to ensure that the relationship is 50-50. This person is giving her part, you are also giving your part. If somebody is not willing to invest in the relationship, listen to me, back out. If somebody is not willing to invest towards the growth of relationships for your own good, back out. Because the worst thing that would happen is you now begin to assume that I thought. No. So people make it clear that this relationship, it will not go far. To save yourself the stress, back out. Ensure that your contribution should be equal or even more than your expectations. Have a mindset that every contribution is a seed that will eventually germinate. Some individuals are so evil that they have high expectation from other individuals when they contribute nothing to the relationship. They're just assuming, they're expecting. They have this entitlement mentality that since I am here, I'm supposed to be accorded this, accorded that, without doing nothing. See, relationship is like a fertile ground. Everybody is given a chance to sow, and it is what you sow you will reap. Some of you, we finished Valentine February 14th. You received gifts. You were so happy about it. You did not give the person that gave you gift. Why now? Why? Why? When it's your birthday, people come, they lavish you with gifts. Once it's their turn, you send them text, happy birthday. God is your strength. This is your year. Go and take charge. I don't understand. This person took up his or her time to get you gifts to show that, hey, you are valued. You are appreciated. And then you're sending texts. You're saying, don't you know, a queen is born. Yes, a king is born this day. That's how they just post it. It doesn't make sense. I beg, if you've been doing it, please, forgive yourself and start intentionally growing. Start intentionally building relationships and maintaining them. Do not see that's a bad habit. That's a bad habit. That's a bad, and little by little, people are going to leave you. They're going to avoid, because they're going to say you're a very stingy person and all you care about is yourself. And you're going to start saying, Mr. Emmanuel, me, I don't have money. It's because I don't have money. I even send text. Even the text message I sent is with borrowed airtime. Listen to me. When you do not have, right? When you do not have a defined value to offer, that means that's when you do not have, pardon me. When you cannot give somebody money, you cannot give somebody gifts, offer gratitude. You see, there's a way you thank somebody, right? The person's gratitude becomes greater than money. It becomes greater than gifts itself. I don't know if somebody has ever experienced situations like that. The person will thank you. Even if you are shocked, like, come on now, it's okay. It is okay. You don't need to thank me. The person is not telling you, calm down. It's okay. All right? It's okay. You're like, this thing you did for me, I'm so grateful. You thank the person in the morning, you thank the person in the afternoon, you thank the person in the evening. The person will never forget you. Never. I assure you, the person, whatever the person did, that you thank the person at that level, the person will do it again. And this is a strategy that people understand. And you see, it is a strategy that still works, even with God. That God does something for you, you go back and you lavish gratitude. You thank him to a point that he sits there and says, is it because of this small thing I did for this my son, this my daughter, and she's appreciating me like this? Oh yeah, now, Jamaica, rain down every single thing to this person, because I'm enjoying this atmosphere this person is creating. Is somebody getting me? So learn to say thank you. Everybody go to the comment section and type thank you. If this is the first time you're typing thank you, if you're typing thank you this year, it's fine. Just type thank you. All right? And an assignment, ensure before you sleep, you thank 10 people, right? Just send a small WhatsApp message. Thank you for always being there for me. That's what send. Have a good night rest. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for supporting me. I sincerely appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. Just send it to 10 people. Just 10 people. If you want to do more, fine, but just 10 people. And then go to sleep. Some will respond back, some will not respond back. All right? But a word has been sent. See, you would think they are not seeing it. They are seeing it. You don't understand. There are some messages you send to people, they don't reply. They are seeing it. A time will come. They want to do something for you, right? It is a message that they will reference. Is that message they will reference? It'll be like, intention. When I was still making, aside from clothes, I was making bags, right? There's a specific general. He's in charge of the finance for DIA. Esther would know him. All right? As Mr. Obiajulo. I know they promoted him over and over again, but I don't know his rank. Every single month, I send him a message, an appreciation message, and I send him airtime. To him, is nothing, because what he earns in a month, what is 500 airtime compared to it? What is 200 airtime compared to it? But guess what? Sometimes he replies, sometimes he doesn't reply. But when there is a contract on the table, who is the first person he calls? Where is Emmanuel? Call Emmanuel, call Emmanuel. And then they call me. People get surprised that this small boy, what is Oga? What does Oga want to do with this guy? I don't understand. How is he doing it? He simply, thank you. Just appreciating. And guess what? From that little appreciation that cost me, let's say 500 naira, I'm able to secure a deal that will bring me 200K, 250K. So could it be that you have the right people in your life already, but because you're not discerning enough to be grateful, you feel no, you want to hammer first. When you hammer, you will choke them. No, choke them with the little you have. Then watch how God will bless you with more. I hope we're learning. I hope we're learning. I hope we're learning. Now, the next is master kindness and hospitality. All right? Master kindness and hospitality. Okay. All right. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. A lot of you're not kind. All right? You're not kind. And I'm not saying it to downplay you. I'm saying it because I'm also human. At some point in time, me too, you might approach me and I'm not kind at that point in time. So it's something that we are intentional. See, everything I'm showing to you, right? I've fallen a victim to it, and intentionally I'm trying to build myself. Maybe you might even meet me, I'll still fall a victim to it, but nobody is perfect. Listen, nobody is perfect. We're all trying to get ourselves together and see how we can move and live as a happy family. I hope I'm communicating. Nobody is perfect, but we're striving towards perfection. Right? So kindness is the quality of being friendly. See, the Bible says, to the person that says, I want friends, right? You first of all must show yourself to be friendly. A lot of you, your doors are so closed, and you're saying, nobody wants to be friends with me, nobody. They come to you and you are closed up, you're bottled up. So you have to learn to open up, because it's give and take. It is to the measure you give, that is to the measure that you will receive. So you have to be generous, you have to be considerate as leaders. Okay, some people, they're not in this meeting. We'll get to discuss afterwards what they would share with me. I just have to be considerate with them. There are some of you, due to your engagement, like Mrs. Tuno, there are certain times that I know that she's not available. There are certain times, certain people, I just know that they are not available. But I will not come and say, you signed in to be in this business and you agree that you'll be attending this. If it's like that, you're not serious about the business, I'll have you know from this group, No. So you have to be considerate. You have to be considerate. I hope I'm communicating. I hope somebody is learning. And then be hospitable. Okay? Practice hospitality. It should be an innate virtue within you. Now, this is an internal desire to see people happy and welcome at every point in time. At every point, they see you keep a smiling face. They want to be with you. I don't know if I'm communicating. They just want to be with you. They want to hear your voice. They want to see you. It's all about you. They know that when you are there, there is peace. When you are there, there's this beauty you bring to every room you step into. Why? Because it has now moved past a thing of you pretending it to be so. It is now a lifestyle for you. That you become light in darkness. People see you, they find hope. So with ease, this happens. Whether you know it or not, it's happening. Okay? An internal desire to see people happy and welcomed. When you see people not happy, it bothers you, it threatens you. Okay? That's not what you want. Why? Because you understand what it means that people are at their best. And for them to be at their best, they have to be at peace in all aspects of their life. So you have to understand that giving is living. And giving is not about giving money, all right, alone. No. You can give your time. You can give gift. We've talked about that. You can give, resources. You can also give by showing support, being there for people. Something is happening to a teammate. Are you there, or are you bothered that the person is no longer productive? It's all about the money? No. Somebody becomes less productive than they were yesterday. You begin to ask questions. How can I assist? How can we make it better? Am I communicating? So you master kindness and you master hospitality. These two things are things that this generation they are lacking. Everybody wants to. They just have this mentality that don't worry, I can do it on my own. I don't need people and all of that. No, this is the way I am. That is where that is the devil speaking. When you hear people say, "This is how I am. I cannot change for anybody." Yeah, hey, Jesus, this is my kind of person. Hey, no. Lucifer has carried you for free. For free, he has taken you away. My kind of person, hey, is life about your kind of person? Let me tell you, your kind of person will not go far. As long as you're on earth, maybe when you get to hellfire, you see your kind of people, you do well. But as long as you're on earth, earth is not a place of my kind of person, my kind of person, my kind of person. No. This is the reason why some people are suffering till date. Why? Because they are saying my kind of person this, my kind of person that. All right. When you're not conscious of the gift of men in your life, you keep moving in circles over and over and over again. And you see, the challenge is since you are not conscious of the gift of men, you will begin to blame men for your lack of discernment. You blame your friends, you blame your parents, you blame the society. Do we know any country that people blame people a whole lot? If you know that kind of country, just type the name of the country in the comment section. Where we blame the government, we blame our teachers, we blame the driver, we blame the estate chairman, all right? There's always somebody to blame. It is because we don't have a consciousness of the gift of men that God has given to us. But you see, the beautiful part is now that we understand this, things will begin to change for that country that you typed in the comment section, amen? Things will begin to change because you now understand that every single man is being placed here as a piece of the puzzle and we cannot do without each other. All right? So let me give you a short course in human relationships and then we'll wrap up our Men 101. Okay? The least important word is I. When you use the word I, it's a word that references somebody that is self-centered. I want us to do this. It's used by people that are solo movers. That's why it's least important. It's important, but least important. It doesn't bring value to the table. The word that is most important is we. How can we do this thing and get it right? How can we work together as a team and get this right? How can we? See, people that use this word we, they understand the mandate. That is what Ambassador Nefo was driving home at the Emerge event. They understand what it means when you declare, come, let us. And when you look at Synergy Tribe, the meaning is the word we, because I cannot do it alone. And then we look at other words, right? Two most important words, thank you. Every single one of these words, please take note of them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. If not for you, this would not have been possible. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it should be a lifestyle. Three most important words, I value you. If it's in the other relationship, you can say I love you. All right? Normal relationship, I value you. There's just a whole lot you bring to the table that without you, every single thing would have crumbled. I value your presence here. I value you a whole lot. Four most important word, what is your opinion on this? Because you understand you don't drive alone. So what do you think about this? Do you think there's a way we can actually get this done effectively? Listen to me, listen. There are times that you know that person, whatever suggestion the person will give, it will not add up. I don't know if I'm making sense. But you need that person to share his or her own opinion so that you can give the person a chance to add their own quota into the relationship so that they have a sense of accountability that they are also contributing something. Everybody wants to be somebody or be something. So if you are the only person bringing out opinions upon opinions upon opinions, at the end of the day, you'll be left alone. 5 most important words. You did a good job. Giving appraisals. You did well. I'm proud of you. You did well. I'm proud of you. You did well. I'm so proud of you. All right. You did a good job. All right. That's why I keep, applauding every single person launching their business, because they did a good job. Some people will not launch their business. Okay. So we'll shy away from it. But then for those that have pushed themselves towards the limit, we don't take you for granted. The six most important words to use. I want to understand you better. Right? So imagine you had a conversation with somebody and then you sit with the person, you're like, truly, truly, I want to understand you better. Can we have a time to discuss? I want to get to know you more. That's how you can connect and bond with the person. If you maximize all these words effectively well, right? Effectively well. Ladies and gentlemen, there's just no way you won't be a pro when it comes to relating to human beings. All right? To building sustainable relationships, building strong leaders, building leaders that will last. This will not happen overnight. It will happen over time. I hope I'm communicating. It will not happen overnight, it will happen over time. But more importantly, understand that the relationships you build today will serve as the connections your future generation will require to advance in life. Some of us, we are where we are today because the people before us did not take out time to invest in relationships. Yes, relationships are investments. They are investments. Just where we look at, people saying I'm investing into real estate, I'm investing into foreign exchange, I'm investing into bonds, I have shares, all those investments put together. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also invest into relationships, and it pays heavily. There was nowhere in the Bible they say Jesus bought acres of land so that the team would yield profits. He did not go into foreign exchange. He invested in relationship. Over years, we have seen that has been the greatest relationship. We've seen situations where somebody walks into an office, somebody starts running a business, and the thing that is making the business thrive is his name. My name is Emmanuel Dangote. You say what? Dangote. Hold on. Sorry, I did not hear you. What's your name? Dangote. Ah. Okay, so how much are we about to agree on again? You let the person know, don't worry, I'll sign it. Don't worry, there's no problem. Consider it. Imagine, just imagine for once that your name is Maureen Gates. So you're like distance relative to Bill Gates. Do you know the kind of doors that relationship will open for you? Or your name is Moses Obama. People would look for you. Anything you say is considered value. Life becomes easy. Why? Because at some point in time, somebody took out his time to invest in relationships, ladies and gentlemen. So this is my short assignment to every single one of you before we begin to accept contributions. First, identify the gift of men you have in your team. Yes. Identify them, and then appreciate them and intentionally commit yourself to build and maintain the relationship. I know what I'm saying, right? I know what I'm saying, because in this business, it is not about who recruits the most people. It is about the person that is able to build a relationship with the most people. All right? We've seen situations where people build relationship with just 2 people. That's our case closed. The person becomes financially free. We've seen situations where people build relationship with just 4 people. That's all. So this is how you can get it done. All right? This is how you can get it done. And like I said, nobody is perfect. We are all learning and intentionally building up every single day. Every single day. So thank you very much for paying attention. Now it is time for us to implement that which we have heard. All right? And if you implement this, I am so sure that in no short time, the things you desire will come to you, whether inside this business or outside this business. All right? Now, this training is not of my own doing. I did not just wake up and then I harvested this training like it just came in from my head, bam, bam, bam. All right? This training is a combination of first, the gift of men. Secondly, opening destiny doors through relationship. And then thirdly, blessed by association. Okay, so these are like combination of three different trainings in one. And you all know the source. That's Apostle Joshua Selman from Koinonia Global. Okay, so you can go in, watch the videos, and search it on YouTube. But I just had to find a way to bring it home so you can find expression in our business. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, from me to you, because you are my own gift that God has given to me. And the purpose of every gift is to see how we can make it far better, because there are some people that are counting on you to get it right.